The Talmud states that Jews are the chosen people, and all non-Jews are goyim, here to serve them. Oh. You are a Christian who's clearly serving the Jews, defending Zionism with all you got. But you also believe Jesus is a rabbinic Jew in heaven when you know the Talmud states he's in hell burning in feces.
Okay, so you're a Talmudic expert, right? Which Talmud is that in, Jerusalem or Babylonian?
I'm talking about Jerusalem, sir.
Oh, that's the Jerusalem, which actually is not as divinely inspired. Which one's longer and how long is it? Don't look at your phone, look at me in the eye.
I'm not.
No, come on. You said that I'm a tool of the Jews, so look at me in the eye like a man.
I'm talking about the Talmud. I mean, do you support Israel?
Yes, of course I do. Yes.
Yeah, that's good for you. But that's another thing. You're an advocate for the military in America.
Hold on, time out.
But then you agree with Israel's war crimes. What's up with that?
Oh, war crimes. We'll get into that, but let's be more specific. Yeah. What is your point here of dragging up a multi-thousand-year text that you don't know, that you haven't read?
I mean,
you have not even. Have you purchased the Talmud? Have you read the Talmud? What is the Talmud? Tell me the difference between the Torah, the Tanakh, and the Talmud. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. But that's pretty important. Time out. What you did is you cherry-picked something on the internet that makes Jews look bad, but you can't tell me the difference between the Torah and the Tanakh and the Talmud.
I'm not trying to make the Jews look bad.
This is ridiculous. This is for clickbait. Let me tell you the difference. The Torah is the books that we as Christians acknowledge. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, the most holy scriptures in Judaism. The Tanakh is also our Old Testament, right? That's Joshua, Judges, 1st and 2nd Kings, Hezekiah, Nehemiah, Ezekiel. The Talmud are rabbinic debates spanning over 500 years, of which there's the Babylonian and the Jerusalem Talmud. The Babylonian's actually more inspired, it's 2.5 million words. The Jerusalem is lesser inspired, and they disagree on all sorts of stuff, and they pick it up. Those are people that would say, well, I disagree with that. No, but hold on a second. But it's very important. You don't even know the stuff that you're bringing up to this event.
That's why I'm asking you.
No. It's really important because what you're trying is like this context. You're a tool of the Jews, and I read this thing. But let's just make this very clear.
Sir, it's an agree to a disagreement. I'm not here.
It's not agree to disagreement. It's very clear. Is that you don't even know the stuff you're bringing up to make someone look bad.
You, do you agree or disagree? So I can
Of course I disagree with rabbinic Judaism. I'm a Christian. Jesus is the solution. I hope every Jew gives their life to Christ.
And that's how you clear an anti-Semite. I don't know who that man is, but the audacity of him to come up there and play in Charlie's face, that was crazy. Charlie is a very nice individual, but don't try it. Don't try it because he just packed him up and shipped him on home. That was wild. And I get the same allegations all the time because y'all know I don't play about the Jews and I don't play about Israel. And, people always try to throw these different things at me as if I'm intimidated by the conversation. It's like, first of all, like Charlie was saying, the Talmud is essentially, if I were to break it down as simple as possible, they have all these different minds and rabbis and brilliant people that have been throughout, Judaism for a span of 500 years who sit there and they pretty much argue about something until they can't argue about it anymore. And it's basically examining every single direction that you can possibly look at this one subject. And that's why a lot of successful Jewish people, you can ask them if they study Talmud extensively, especially if they're an attorney, for example, and they'll often say yes. And it's because the way of thinking, the way it teaches you to examine things from so many different perspectives, that's what the Talmud essentially is. So, and there's so many different intersectionalities between Judeo-Christian values and principles and literature. And people love to just hyperfixate on that one thing, this one out of context thing, and then try to use that as a reason to put Jews and Christians against each other. Obviously, there's disagreements amongst Christians and Jews. There's disagreements amongst just Christians. There are a lot of disagreements amongst just Jews. Trust me, go to Israel and ask one Jewish group how they feel about the other. They will tell you all the different things that they, don't align on. But the thing is that's the beauty of America and of Israel and of Western society is that we are able to coexist even with our differences. Okay, so I am not going to sit here and allow terrorist groups to be the ones to take all of us out because you want us to disagree on certain texts that you don't even have the context of. Then he really tried to be like, oh, you're so pro-American military. Why do you support Israel? Tell me you know nothing about geopolitical politics without telling me you know nothing about geopolitical politics, okay? Because Israel is our most consequential and critical necessary ally, because where else, if we end up in a world war, are we going to base in the Middle East, okay? We're finally slowly starting to get some allies over there, which, questionable, tea for another day, but overall, Israel is our most necessary ally. They have the intelligence, they have the location, they have everything. And we have been by each other's side since the beginning. So really, people who try to say that, oh, you can't be America first and support Israel. America first doesn't mean America only. Okay, I am America first. And supporting Israel is a big part of me supporting America because they have our back and we have theirs. So people who try to go there, it's like, fine, let's go there. You think that we can just like be isolated? You think that it can literally just be us against the world and you think that's going to be sustainable? Be so for real. Be absolutely so for real. Because if Israel falls and the whole Middle East is full of Islam, and not saying that all of Islam is our enemy, but when there's so many huge radical power players who want nothing more than to see the downfall of Western society, it's kind of necessary for us to have some allies. Don't you think?